Hello my friends, it's Johnathan here, and I wanted to put together a quick video. I wanted to put together a quick message here today based off of a conversation I had the other day where, I just took a really cool nugget, something that I think we've all had, but just I really loved the way it was put. I really loved conceptually, how it was framed. And it caused me to really kind of just see something a little bit clearer. So immediately, I thought of you, and I wanted to put this video together and really share this information, get this information out to you in hopes that it'll help you in the same exact way that it helped me. And what this is really about is about this, my friends. I know that the vast majority of people are exactly where I was 2.5 years ago. The vast majority of people are exactly where I was 2.5 years ago. And 2.5 years ago, I was struggling. I did not have the solutions that I needed to get where I wanted to be. I didn't have the mindset. I hadn't developed the professionalism. I didn't have the experiences. I didn't have the skills. I didn't have virtually everything that you actually need to be a success in life. We're not just talking network marketing, but if you want to be successful, if you want to be a successful person, that success is a result of what is going on inside of you. It's a result of your internal development. And that development had not occurred in me yet. So how can I be successful? And that's where the vast majority of everyone in our industry and in the world is today. They're at a point where they want to be successful. Now the development just needs to catch up. And what really crystallized for me, I'm going to give you the big thing, the big difference between those who are successful and those who are not. Those who actually reach it and those who don't. Because it's available to everyone. All right? If a 21-year-old college senior with no background in anything can do what I've done in the last 2 years, then anyone can. It's not this elite, you've got to know someone, or you had to be born into it, or you had to do this or do that. That is bullcrap. It is attainable by anyone. Here's the difference. Successful people fail their way to the top, and they never, ever give up. They just don't give up. They just don't give up. That is me. That is what I did. I failed my way to the top, and I never gave up. When I came into this industry, I basically tried absolutely everything imaginable to build my business. I tried everything. I did exactly what my uplines told me to do originally, made all the lists of the friends and family, contacted everyone I knew, hunted down people I didn't even know, asked for referrals, called, people's moms, and called my friends, and called everyone, okay, and got more or less nowhere, okay? So mostly all failure, tiny little successes. Sign up a friend here that wasn't serious, never did anything. But it's a tiny little success. And those tiny little successes, as small as they were and as, trivial as they were at that time, you have to balance everything. So I failed, tiny little success. Aha, I can keep going. Failed, tiny little success. Aha, a little juice, I just keep going, just never stopping. So then I went and I started, purchasing booths in malls, and I didn't have a lot of money, all right? I'm a senior in college. $1,500 for a weekend was a lot of dough to cough up for a booth in the mall. Didn't sign up one customer, not one, okay? I was pretty depressed after that, and immediately just said, you know what? The problem is the mall. It was untargeted. I need more targeted, and went out and found and started searching for health expositions, and eventually nailed this health exposition in New York City and coughed up another $1,500. Okay, but just look at the mindset. Did I run? Did I hide? Did I quit? No. I failed miserably. Frighteningly failure, because I didn't have the money to be thrown like that, and thought I need more targeted. Now in retrospect, I see why I'm at where I'm at today. It's because I never gave up. And in that particular health expo, was it this amazing success? Absolutely not. I basically made my money back. but success. I made my money back. I spent, a week of my life straight, scanned a bunch of people, got experience, interacted with people, signed up like 4, 5, or 6 customers. Thankfully at the time, the company I was with, I was able to charge $10 for this little assessment thing we were doing. It was Farminex. We were scanning people's hands, but I made my money back. Little success. Keep going. Then I went out and I started contacting chiropractors, dentists, doctors. I started, doing all of that. Absolutely no success. Couldn't even get a meeting with anyone. Spent, was preparing documents and white paper and, I had a graphic designer, help me with a professional page and a logo and all this stuff. No success. Finally, though, I went and was getting acupuncture, met an acupuncturist, talked to her about it, and then ended up doing some scans for her clients. Signed up like 2 customers. Little success. After 9 months of doing this, just trying everything you could imagine, 9 months straight, finally I was at the point where I had exhausted everything in that particular medium. I was making $200 a month off of all of that work, all these expos and clients and people I talked to, $200 a month. And I was, at that point, cold calling leads I was buying and just had been introduced to the internet. What time? I'm working on 3.5 more minutes. I had just been introduced to the internet. So, after all that, didn't stop, just said, need more solutions. Went to the internet. Listen to this, guys. I spent 2.5 months. Okay, I spent 2.5 months clicking in Traffic Swarm. It's a traffic exchange. Click, 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 click. 2.5 months to build free credits so that when I had the website that was being designed by a free web designer, okay, I found a web designer to design my site for free. This is just projects she worked on, but obviously, she puts in like her AdSense code and it took 2 months to get the site built. And during those 2 months, I'm clicking to build up, credits so that I could launch in this traffic swarm and, get this traffic. I don't know what the heck it was. I just stumbled across this traffic exchange. The day I launched this site that took 2 months to build, after 2 months of clicking at a traffic exchange, the day I launched the site, I go through like 20% of all the credits I had built up in the last 2 months and didn't have a single lead. Not a single lead. And I went, well, that site doesn't work. Scratched it, threw it away, and went next, and went out and spent $200 on a software program to build my own, and learned how to build my own, and threw up my own capture page. And here's the brilliant thing, though. In that 2 months, I had been researching and learning, and this isn't brilliant, that's actually the wrong word. Here's the truth of the nature of how things go. In that 2 months, and it was in that traffic exchange, and clicking, all I was doing was looking at all these other websites. So I was actually getting a free education I didn't even know I was getting, just by looking at other people's websites. What are they doing? How does this look? What makes me want to opt into this? Getting on people's email lists and this and that. So during that 2 months, I came to the conclusion, holy shit, excuse my language, I spent the last 2 months, and it's all for nothing on top of everything else. And now I need something completely new. I scratched that site in a day, bought this program, designed my own site that just had one little headline, some text, and an opt-in box, relaunched that back into the traffic swarm, and generated 9 leads my first day. And that was it. Success. Was that by any means me free? Am I free? I've got 9 leads. Am I free? Absolutely not. But that was all I needed to see. And I just knew I'm still going. And I'm never going to stop. So if there's one message that I can share with everybody here today, it's that the only difference between you and the people who are at the top of every single company there is, and who are the most successful people in the world, is that they never stopped. Ever. Everyone fails their way to the top. If you can take something from my story, look at the failure. Look at what it took me to earn and build the type of business that I have now. I failed my way to the top. And I could go on for hours about stories like that. And nowadays, it's different. Nowadays, because of the knowledge, the experience, I can crank out a marketing campaign And they're all just getting better and better and better and better, more successful every time because I put in the work to get there. I failed my way to the top. Don't ever stop, my friends. I believe in you so much. There's no difference between you and the most successful people in the world. Just do not